Hi there, this is Srikant. So, in this lesson, we are going to introduce ourselves to the very basic commands in SQL Plus and SQL, which is structured query language, with reference to Oracle 9i database. Okay, so the Oracle 9i is a relational database where everything is stored in the form of tables, like a database, which are also known as database objects. So these tables have some relations in between them. Okay, so first let me launch the SQL Plus interface, which is the command line interface with respect to Oracle 9i database, Oracle 9i or 7i, 8i, so whatever the version you use. Okay, so I am in my XP box to launch that SQL Plus interface in Oracle 9i database in Windows XP. So you need to follow the instructions. So first click on the start button here and then click on the programs, and you find if you successfully installed the Oracle 9i database in your system, so you find this menu here, Oracle Home, Ora Home 92. So there you have application development, and then you select this SQL Plus option here. Okay, so if you click on that, you'll enter into the home screen of SQL Star Plus, which is the command line interface, where you can do all kinds of SQL structured query language commands, or PL SQL commands, or the very basic SQL Plus commands also. Okay, so to log in, the default excuse me, the default login screen or the default username for Oracle installation is Scott. Okay, and the password is Tiger. Okay, so if you hit enter, you will be taken to the Oracle SQL Plus, where you have all the information about the software here. So the reason I have used this Oracle 9i for this basic introductory lessons, because the most recent version for Oracle right now at the time of this recording is Oracle 11G. Okay, so this, which is very huge database, and also not recommended for learning purpose, very introductory learning purpose. At least in India, many universities and colleges prefer to teach students the very basic SQL commands on the older and later versions like Oracle 9i or 8i, or even some are using 7i also. Okay, 7 Oracle 7 version, or else some might use 10G, which is not that very old and not very late, recent also. So I prefer to use Oracle 9i. Okay, so you can use Oracle 10G or 8i. So all are one and the same with very minor enhancements to the later versions here. Okay, so here I am logged in into my SQL Plus interface, command line interface, connected to the Oracle database, which is 9i, the version 9i here. Okay, so Enterprise Edition, and you can it's showing some information about the database which is installed here. Okay, so let's do some very basic commands here. So the first command, the SQL Plus command we are going to see is to show user. Okay, show user, and if you hit enter, so it shows the username as Scott here. Okay, so since we have if you remember, we have logged in as the default user, which is Scott here, so that's the reason the show user command gives the output as the user is Scott here. Okay, so in the same way, if you observe here, so I didn't end this SQL Plus command with a semicolon here. Okay, so even though you keep semicolon, or if you don't keep the semicolon, it's going to work here. Okay, so that's since because the SQL Plus commands are very specific, they are not database specific. Okay, so that's the reason they need not end with a semicolon. So even though you keep or you don't keep, okay, so both are the same. Okay, so next very basic command we are going to look is clear screen. Okay, so if your screen get messed up with all the commands and outputting tables and all the stuff, you can use this clear screen command. So it clears everything and gives you the very clear as SQL prompt here. Okay, So let's next see the another basic command, which is an SQL command here. So later when we study about the select statement, which is a DML, which falls under the DML category, which is DML means data manipulation language. So we'll study in detail about the select statement in that subsequent lesson. So until now, you remember the select statement as the select is a command or a statement which is used to retrieve the data from the database. Okay, so here I am saying the select star from user tables. Okay, and you need to give a semicolon since this is an SQL command, not SQL plus command here. Okay, so if you hit enter, so I've just made a small mistake here. Select star from user underscore tables. Okay, so you get the list of all tables here which were stored inside this Scott and Tiger user. Okay, under this user database user. So if you observe here, the output is not that clear, or it is very messed up. So in order to set this output in a clear formatted way, so we need to use this option here, set wrap WRAP off here. Okay, so if you use this SQL plus command, you hit enter, and now if you select your tables, select star from, now if you use your select statement, select star from user underscore tables. Okay, so if you observe here, so you didn't get the output in the the formatted way you expected here. Okay, some of the rows were get truncated here. So there is another option here. Let's set the wrap thing again, once again to on, and let's select this thing once again. Select star from, so user tables. Okay, so now let's use the another SQL plus command, which is set line size, and let's say it as 100. And now let's do our select statement once again. Select star from user underscore tables. Okay, so it's one other line. So select star from user underscore tables. Okay. So let's even so let's increase our line size to even more bigger thing, since it's not fitting in a, excuse me, I just misspelled that word here. Let's line size to 1000. So let's see now. Select star from, so user underscore tables. Okay, so now if you observe, it's perfect here. Okay, so previously, if you don't set your line size to some specific value such that your table output from the users table fits in entire same line, so output is very messed up here. Okay, so if you again go back to your line size, so if you go back to your line size to once again to 80. Okay, and now if you use the select statement here, select star from user underscore tables. Okay, so how messed up your output, and you can't even recognize what are the various tables stored under your Scott username here. Okay, so if you use this formatting command from SQL plus formatting command, like line size, so to 1000. And now if you use the select statement here, select star from user underscore tables. Okay, so you get the output in the very formatted way here. Okay, so these are the various tables. So forget about all the details of all respective columns here. Okay, so these are the tables here. So each individual, it consists of a lot of columns. So each column is also known as an attribute. Okay, so there are 4 different tables here. The one is the bonus, DEPT, which were false under the table's name category here: bonus, DEPT, EMP, and salary here. Okay, so if you want to know about what are the various fields stored in this EMP table or EMP table, so you can use this DESC command. So say something like this. So it shows you all all the fields which were stored inside the DESC command here. Okay, so let's get back to the set line size to 80. So let's set line size to 80, and now let's say DESC EMP. Okay, so if you observe here, I have just used another SQL command here, which is known as DESC is abbreviated as describe EMP table. So that shows you all the information regarding the EMP table. So like it consists of various fields such as EMP number, EMP name, job, manager, hire date, sal, common, and DEPT number here. Okay, so now if you want to retrieve the data stored in your EMP table, so again you can use this select command. So if you say select star from EMP, so you get all the data stored in that EMP table here. Okay, so again the output is messed up here since because we haven't set the line size. So if you set the line size to now let's say 100, so now if you take the EMP table, so you get the way output in the formatted way such that it's not messed up here. Okay, so if you want to reference all this SQL Plus commands, so you can use this you can use this SQL Plus command here, show all. Okay, so from this is the reference list of SQL Plus commands where you can manipulate the output using them. So using this kind of using all these commands, you can format your output here. Okay, so wherever so whatever I am using falls under this category. So here if you observe, we have a line size to 100, and the same way we have wrap also. So on the very last thing, wrap. Okay, so all lines will be wrapped here. So if you go if you set the line size to, once again, so let's say set line size to 80, which is default. So now if you select star from EMP, so you get the output in unformatted way. So again, using this the previously we have seen about the wrap SQL Plus command. So now you can use wrap command, swept wrap off. Okay, and then you can use your select statement here. Now select star from EMP. Okay, so either using the line size SQL command line size, you can set the line size, or using the wrap you can format your output such that the user, you can give the user such that he finds it difficulty to find the information that is stored inside his table. So we need to get familiar with this SQL Plus command such that the output becomes in a formatted way. So in the same way we have page size. Okay, so if you go back to your show all command, so in that you have page size. By default the value is 14. Okay, so now if you set the page size, let's say something, let's do the clear screen here. Okay, such that the output is not messy. So if you set the page size to, let's say, 5. My goodness, I have misspelled that word once again. Set page size to 5. Now if you give the, let's do this clear screen very often here. So now if you use your select statement, select star from EMP table. So if you observe, the output is getting formatted and it's showing each in 5 columns per page view here. Okay, so that's the reason you are getting the output in a different way, truncating as requested before the column DEPT. Okay, so now if you set the page size to default page size to 14, and now if you select now if you use the select statement, so you get the exact same output here. Okay, so in that way you can use that page size SQL Plus command here. So in the same way we have timing and time. So let's see each one individually. So set time on. If you set time on, it shows the time, the current time in this country, or in your country, specific to your country, according to the time zone you are in. So here in India it's 12:30 p.m. Okay, so in the same way you can have another, if you want, you can set that off. Let's say set time off. Let's close back. Let's clear the screen a bit here. So in the same way we have timing here. So let's say timing SQL Plus command. Let's say timing on. Okay, I misspelled again. Okay, so now if you use the select statement once again, so it shows the elapsed time, or the time required by the CPU to process this SQL statement and give the output in the form of a table here. Okay, so if you want, so if you set line once again to 80, or else if you set wrap on, and if you perform the select statement, let's clear the screen once again. Now if you perform the select statement, select start from EMP, so you get the same output here. Okay, the same output. Or else if you select this, select another table, select start from user tables here. It's a list of all tables in your system. So it takes quite a bit. Okay, so 0.8 seconds it's taking to, so that's the use of this timing SQL Plus command. So if you want, you can make that off. So set timing off here. Okay, so clear the screen once again. Let's use the select start from EMP. Okay, so let's set the wrap off once again, since it's not showing in the set wrap off. Select start from. Okay, so these are the very basic commands which were used in a SQL Plus interface, which is the command line interface for Oracle. Okay, so to summarize once again, so whatever the commands we have seen until now. Okay, so here we have seen the very basic commands. Let's clear the screen once again. The first command we have just seen is the show user command. So, okay, which is Scott, since we have logged in into the SQL Plus interface using the Scott and Tiger credentials. So the second, the most basic command we have seen is the clear screen, which is very quite obvious. And also the third basic SQL command which you have seen is the select statement. So if you want to select some data from your database object, you need to use this select statement. If you say select start from EMP, so you get all the data which are stored inside the EMP table here. Okay, which are stored inside the EMP table. So let's set the line size. Set line size to 100, and let's do the EMP table once again. So let's start from EMP. Okay, so here you get the whole lot of thing, including the DEPT also. Since we have the line size is set to 80, so by default it's getting truncated there. Okay, and also we have seen this show all command, which has all the, okay, so which has all the list of SQL Plus commands which can be, okay, so which can be manipulated in a way to format your output. And also we have seen this wrap command. So if you use this set wrap on, okay, set wrap on, and now if you you perform this operation like selecting select statement, select start from EMP, so you get the output not in a messy way, because we have also used simultaneously set line to 80. And now if you use the, since we have the wrap is on, so now if you use the select statement once again, so you get output in the messy way. So in order to make it very clear and formatted way, you can use this, you can also use the select wrap option here. setref command, setref off, and now if you clear screen, and now if you select your emp table using the select command, so you get the exact way, the exact output, the table in the so even though you wrapped it off, okay. So since we are not using the setline command, so we are missing the dept column here, so that's the reason. Let's set line to 100 once again, and now let's select the whole thing without any truncations here. So here we don't have any truncations. If you observe in the previous excuse me, okay. So this is the basic stuff about introduction to SQL Plus, basic commands in SQL Plus and SQL. Okay. So see you in the next lesson.